On March 23, 1944, the deadliest Italian partisan attack on German troops in Rome took place. The attack took place in a street that's very close to the Trevi Fountain that's called the Via Rasella and resulted in the deaths of 33 German soldiers. Immediately following the attack, an order came down from Adolf Hitler that a reprisal should take place within 24 hours, and that would be 10 Italians for every one German killed. Men and boys between the ages of 15 and 70 were rounded up, 335 of them, in fact 5 more than the order had given, and brought here. These are the Fosse Ardeatine caves. They were disused pozzolana mines that are just outside of Rome, very close to the catacombs of St. Callistus. The prisoners had their hands tied behind their backs, and they were forced to walk into these mines to be executed. The German soldiers carrying out the executions, many of them young soldiers, had never killed before, and so cases of cognac were ordered for them to calm their nerves. The prisoners, 260 Christians and 75 Jews, were made to walk into a corner of the mine, 5 at a time, and kneel. And the German soldiers put a gun to the back of their heads and shot them at point-blank range. Then the next 5 prisoners were forced to do the same thing, many times kneeling on top of the bodies of the previously executed men. Beyond this gate is where the executions took place. After the 335 men were killed, explosives were detonated and the cave collapsed to hide this atrocity. The family of those men and boys didn't know the fate of their loved ones, and for a year their bodies remained buried here. So about a year later they were uncovered, and it was decided to bury them all in the spot and create a monument for their ultimate sacrifice. And for me, this is one of the most moving World War II monuments anywhere in Europe. Almost all of the bodies were identified. I believe only 11 have not been identified, and they're all buried together. Now I'm entering the spot where all of the tombs of these 335 men and boys are. The tombs lay side by side, and there's a big slab above them, sort of representing the unity of these men in death. They have this book here that you can look up the name of somebody you're looking for, and it'll tell you where you can find their tomb, because the tombs are set out according to the order in which the bodies were found and identified. Each of the tombs has the name of the person, their age, their occupation, and then for the Christians there's a cross, and for the Jewish people there is the Star of David. The very first tomb is dedicated to all of the martyrs of Italy. This most moving of monuments is free and open to the public, and as I said, it's very close to the catacombs of St. Callistus, just about a 5-minute walk. So if you're visiting them, you can come to see this. It's every year on the anniversary of the atrocity. Roll call is made. There's a solemn ceremony where a roll call is made of the names of all of the victims who perished in this. So these are the Fosse Ardeatine mines that have been converted into a national monument, and this was the place where the atrocity happened in reprisal for the Via Rasella attacks.